89.9 The Light. You're with Casey, the producer of Lucy and Cal. And all morning we've been reflecting together on the disheartening events that happened last night in Sydney. A celebration of light and hope turned into a scene of unimaginable tragedy at Bondi Beach. And our community is just grieving so deeply this morning. In times like these, when our sense of safety is shaken and our hearts are heavy, many of us are left asking the most difficult questions like, where is God amongst all of this? So to help us process this tragedy and find a path forward, I'm honoured to be joined by Aussie Dave, the Australian Director of YouVersion. Dave has a gift for speaking to the heart during our most difficult moments, and today he's here to offer guidance, wisdom and hope for those struggling to make sense of what happened last night. So Dave, thank you for being here with us during such a difficult time.
Yeah, such a difficult time. Casey, thanks for having me on. I think a lot of us are just feeling the same thing right now. Yeah, shock and sadness and that deep, sick feeling that you have when you realize that innocent people are gone and families are suddenly living a nightmare that nobody really asked for. And this is the sort of event I think that cuts across all belief systems. You know, you don't have to be religious to know that something deeply wrong has taken the lives of these people like this. You don't have to be a person of faith to feel grief or to feel furious about what's happening. Yeah, it's a terrible time for sure.
It is, and I'm sure lots of our listeners are just wondering where God is in the midst of this. I know I woke up this morning to so many media outlets covering it, and they're still covering it. It's been hours, and it's just hard to find a point where I can go, God. So could you just help those who are struggling with this too, Dave?
Yeah, people ask this question every time something like this happens, and I think it's a fair question. Where is God in moments like this? And you know, all morning I've been thinking about that word with. With is the message of Christmas. This is a time when we remember that Jesus entered the suffering of humanity to be with us. God is with. God's whole being is shaped by this idea of with. Being with is about presence, and it's about participation, and it's about partnership. So I believe that God is with us. God is present in this grief. He's with us in the tears of family members who've lost someone that they love. He is with us in as the shock ripples through not just the community of Bondi, but the community of all of Australia. I believe he is with the courage of the first responders and that unarmed Muslim man, businessman who ran towards danger. I believe that God is with us in the quiet moments as people just, you know, throughout this morning will sit with people affected by this and they won't know what to say, but they refuse to let that other person be alone. That's when God is with us. You know, there's a line in the Psalms that says that the Lord is close to the brokenhearted. He is not withdrawn. He's not distant. He's not detached. He is with us. He is close to us. That's where I believe God is. He is with us.
Oh, that is so good. That just gave me a whole new perspective in literally 2 minutes. So thank you. And I know you covered a little bit of this about how a person of faith should respond. But,
Yeah.
you know, I've been praying. I've been seeing posts shared about pray for Bondi. Is there anything else we can do of people of faith to, you know, protect ourselves, our souls, and just take another step forward? Because I've been seeing videos of, you know, heroes really who kind of save the day in a way. So do we look at that? What's the take? What's your take?
I think for me, the idea comes back to that word with. We have to become part of the healing, and that means us showing up. It means us grieving with people. It means us listening. It's supporting those people who are hurting. It's creating safe places for where people can express their fear and their anger, where they can ask tough questions. You know, Casey, when I was living in New Jersey in 2012 when the Sandy Hook school massacre happened, and the community there, they asked for nearby faith leaders to come and support the community, to be with them. And I was among the pastors that went up to Connecticut for that. And we were there just to literally be with the community, to provide support and to provide compassion. We weren't there to have all the answers. In moments like this, faith isn't about having all the answers. It's about choosing to stand with the brokenhearted and saying through our words and through our actions that these people are not alone. Hope doesn't deny darkness, it refuses to let the darkness win. And Australia feels really dark right now, but hope keeps turning up anyway. Hope keeps turning up through us when we are with the community. That's, I think, the best way that we can respond.
Oh, that is so good, being with the brokenhearted. I'm not going to forget those two key words, with and brokenhearted. And just thank you so much for your insights, Aussie Dave. It's always a pleasure to have you on. Thank you so much. And I'm sure the Light family really appreciates it. And if you're listening right now and struggling a little bit, remember we have the Light's Careline. That's 9583-CARE. You can call that. They're available right now to chat. But for now, Aussie Dave took care of us. And thank you so much.